Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Thaddeus. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, it could be a commentary, like I said, a review, topic, ranking, list, or pretty much any type of video, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It's in the info box under the video. But you wanted me to review another episode of The Real Ghostbusters. And it is called Mrs. Rogers' Neighborhood. Now, like I said before, The Real Ghostbusters is not a cartoon I grew up with. I had seen bits and pieces, but I just never got to watching it in its heyday. And it seems like, from what I understand, the first 3 seasons are the best ones, because it has the original cast, like Arsenio Hall from Coming to America and others, as Winston. Was it Lorenzo Music, who voiced Garfield? He voices Peter Venkman, who like I said, does a lot better job than Dave Coulier, who voices him in later seasons. Dave Coulier is a guy from Full House who's like, cut it out, you know. But I do like the voice cast, like Frank Welker as Ray Stantz. Nice music. I mean, cool opening. I never even mentioned, like, the opening is very cool with the Ghostbusters logo, walking down the street, and then going into the Ghostbusters actual logo. I don't mind the different tone of the theme. I'm sure they could afford Ray Parker Jr.'s voice, but the guy who put in there did a more than reasonable job. Yeah, I like the music. Even the score throughout the rest of the episode fit with the theme. By the way, before I forget, the end credits, I thought it was really clever. They took a note from the music video. Just if you don't know, at the end credits of these episodes, the Ghostbusters doing this. That's an ode to the music video Ghostbusters for Ray Parker Jr., where Ray Parker Jr. has Bill Murray and Harold Ramis and them in the back doing the same dance. So, okay, that's cool. They actually took a bit from the music video they put at the end of each of the episode during the credits. I wish they had a version of that without the credits in front of it. Just to see the whole thing, and then Slimer trips them up, and they chase after Slimer. I wish they had a version of that without the credits in front of it, at the end bits. But anyway, I thought that was a nice detail. I mean, I recognize that. But I would say what's interesting about these early episodes is they do not dissipate horror. It's still a show for kids. But the horror, they actually do a nice enough job detailing a spooky environment. I mean, the beginning of this is these establishing shots, these horror type angles, and like going over the city and this creepy looking house, and the idea is weird to say lighting and animation, but again, they set a mood and atmosphere. They did a nice job with it. It didn't seem dumbed down for kids. I think people appreciate that. I think kids, even if they did scare, they'd appreciate it at that time because they don't like feeling dumbed down. And then it holds up better because you watch it. I didn't mean this is a grown person who didn't grow up with the show, but I watch, oh, that's actually pretty nicely animated. And the story, it's a slow day at the Ghostbusters office. Everyone is bored. Janine is filing her nails. I do think they did a decent enough job writing for the characters. Like Peter Venkman watches Janine filing her nails and goes, slow that filing to 55. Otherwise my heart can't take it. Like the type of wise ass that you could hear Bill Murray saying. Then one day they get a call for a haunted house job. And there's this very nice lady and her bird and then they're taken to the Ghostbuster station to be safe while they take care of the ghosts in this haunted house. And a lot of variety stuff happens. I mean, there's rippling floors, there's stuff with a fridge, there's plates being thrown about, the fucking doorknob itself eats the tea, the furniture is alive. I don't get why at one point there's like a female pop song playing. I'm watching it, and then while the action is heating up, this pop song, like, I don't know who the lady is, but if it sounded like something that would be, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a, I don't want to say pretty woman, but I just, what, I kind of made me go, why isn't this just the Ghostbusters theme? I mean, when the action's heating up, just play the Ghostbusters theme. To me, that'd be more appropriate. Or hell, if you can afford it, play one of the songs from the movies. But, oh, again, just the Ghostbusters, they have it, but for some reason, some random pop song, I forget who the lady who's saying it, I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? Why is this in here? It kind of reminds me back to the day of Scooby-Doo. Was it the first season? Or maybe the first couple of Where Are You, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Which I always found when it did it there, where it had these songs when they're doing they're chasing the ghosts. Like, were they trying to do a nod to that? But this, I don't know, I just thought this song did not fit. It didn't fit with the horror, it didn't fit with comedic, it didn't fit with... There's nothing Ghostbusters about the song. I mean, it'd be as random as put, I don't know, New Kids on the Block. Step by step. And be like, what the fuck is New Kids on the Block song playing on here? It'd be like, I don't know, if they did the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, all of a sudden you heard a song from NSYNC. I wanted that. I don't even know if that's NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. I can't tell the fucking difference. It's one or the other. The NSYNC boys. I don't know. Backstreet or NSYNC. I don't know. Whoever's saying that. I don't even remember. Tell me why. Was that NSYNC or I can't fucking remember. Whatever. I just thought it was a song that was out of place. But I do like the aesthetic of the house. I do like that the Ghostbusters get to kick a little ass, fuck up the furniture, or these animals that are outside that are, what's the term? Is it topiary? Sort of animals made of like grass, things of that nature. I can't remember the exact term. And then you find out that the old lady is possessed, and her bird's a possessed bitch, and fucks with Slimer, but Slimer's able to get his revenge. And for the most part, people, each one has their moment to shine. Slimer has his moment to shine, fucking with the ghost bird. Janine has her moment to shine. Peter gets possessed, but he's fighting back, so he has his moment to shine because he's fighting his possession. And they're fighting it, and they have to get Peter unpossessed. There's one line of dialogue I think they fucked up. I don't know. Because there's a bit where it's Winston, Ray, and Egon, and they don't fire on Peter. And they've reworked it so that they won't hurt Peter, but they'll get the spirit out. But then Winston says, hang on, Egon, it's working. I'm thinking... Hang on, Egon? Do you mean hang on, Peter? Why would you tell Egon to hang on? He's with you. That'd be like if Winston go, hang on, Ray. I'm like, if that's the case, why do you say hang on, Egon, and not hang on, Ray? If it's you guys. That one makes sense. Hang on to what? Hang on to his dick? Hold on to your butts. What, you Sam Jackson from Jurassic Park? I'm like, what? Shouldn't that line be hang on, Peter? Like, Peter's fighting it. because the ghost wants to turn on the containment unit and release all the ghosts, and then it'll take possession of those ghosts, like be it's their master, I guess. And Peter's fighting it while they're trying to get it out. So it would make more sense when Winston says, "Hang on, Peter, it's working." So I don't know why he says, "Hang on, Egon." That might have been, that had to have been some kind of mistake. Otherwise, it would not have made sense otherwise. I did get an answer, by the way. I had asked in a previous episode, like, how did Slimer get introduced? Someone said it's an episode called Citizen Ghost. So the people who said that, thank you for letting me know on that. And things work out at the end. And the idea, other than the fact they had that kind of random female pop song that seemed completely out of the blue and out of nowhere. I don't know where that came from. Did they have to pay money for it? Or why? It just would have worked better to just use the Ghostbusters theme. Does it sound... Plus, it was a shitty pop song, too. If it was a good pop song, okay, but it was a shitty pop song. And then again, that one line that I think was a fuck-up. But other than that, like I said, I liked... It went at a good pace. Did not feel long at all. Like I said, I like... At least these early episodes, they do keep a creepy atmosphere, and they don't dumb down the horror. It's not fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, Creep Show, that type of horror, but it's still, it doesn't feel as dumbed down as I thought it would, being a cartoon. I wonder why they call it the real Ghostbusters. I wonder if that's some kind of copyright thing. Like, they don't just call it Ghostbusters, they are called the real Ghostbusters, as opposed to what, the fake Ghostbusters? For someone who's more knowledgeable, do you know why they call it the real Ghostbusters? Because it's kind of a weird title, the real Ghostbusters. Again, were there fake ones? Were there imposter Ghostbusters? These are the real ones. As opposed to who? Who are these fake ones? Well, if this was after 2016, it would make sense. Ghostbusters 2016, that's the fake Ghostbusters, but this is the real Ghostbusters. So, funny enough, in retrospect, I guess the title actually does fit. Maybe they're psychic. They were reading their spirit guide. And they were able to look into the future and realize, oh shit, that's going to happen. Just tell this the real Ghostbusters and people will know. And you might be confused at first, but now you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, they are the real Ghostbusters. Maybe that's why. But it was a fun episode. It was entertaining. With that said, thanks once again, Thaddeus, for the request. And thank you guys for watching. Take care. We will see you guys later. Bye-bye.